good to be back right here at Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins, we took a couple days off. We've been working on some music videos and some original, crazy music going to be coming up right here at Third Phase of Moon. But people want to see the UFOs, so we got them for you. Buckle up, everybody. I got to say, some of the stuff you're about to see is incredible. So let's get it started.
Okay.
All right.
What is this? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, now it's broad daylight. Well, not broad daylight, but
Light enough to see
light
that he's
enough. And there go another airplane flying over top.
Man, or you don't.
I wasn't expecting to see anything this soon.
Wow, this is crazy. What is that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow, too bad your camera not picking it up clear. I mean, it's picking
This
it up
is
clear.
10 times, but this is
Look at
definitely
that.
what we saw yesterday, right?
Look at the little dot next to it.
Coming in from our friend, the Hidden Underbelly 2.0 has allowed us to share this video. He got permission from Of Mice and Mandrakes 100. We're looking at this incredible sighting over Lake Michigan. Apparently it happened 2 days in a row. Watch this.
Could it be helicopters, military helicopters, maybe?
There's another one. Behind
Yeah, this might be
there's
military
another
helicopters
one
or something.
behind the buildings.
We don't
There's
know.
another one behind the buildings.
See another one?
But they are like in a line.
Yeah, that's not typical of
I see
here at
another
airport.
one in front of the window. In front of the window. I see another one. Right.
Flying over top is an actual airplane. You see that? With the flickering lights. Typically airplanes have flickering lights so that air traffic control, there's no clashing. This one is just they're kind of just floating out there.
Another one.
You see how they're not moving?
They're moving.
The one to the left is moving slightly. Right now, past the building.
But it's not a flare. I can say that for sure. It's not a flare.
Yeah, it's not a flare.
It's not an airplane.
Definitely not an airplane. It's some type of
Does not
craft.
appear to be a helicopter.
It could be.
I wish this phone would be able to pick it up.
We're looking at the video right now and we're going to get back to it. But Of Mice and Mandrakes 100, he says these lights appeared literally again. He says honestly he doesn't know what they are. He says he ordered some binoculars in case they appear again, and he's wondering if it is indeed craft piloted by humans. But until then, he's going to find out, and if he does, he's going to leave it in the comments on his channel. We're going to be supplying the original link, and he's asking anybody in Chicago if he's seen this. Let him know. And right here at Third Phase Moon, we want to know, because whatever happened over Lake Michigan right now remains a mystery.
This is our apartment, and we are looking right outside our apartment. This is my hand. There's nothing fake going on. This is us just trying to film these mysterious lights that have
Keep
appeared the second night
popping
in a
up,
row.
yeah.
Then we see a big flag.
I know people thinking we looking in their house.
But we are not. We're looking at something they should be trying to take notice of. We don't know what these flying devices are. They're unidentified objects
They
to
just
us.
right there out in the open too.
And yeah, they're in plain sight for everyone to see if they're looking at Michigan. Look at that one's getting really bright. Wow.
Yeah, that got bright.
Wow. Someone's
That's what it did.
mesmerized.
That's what it did last night.
Look how bright it's getting. It's just shining like a star.
That's what it did last night. Remember I told you it looked like a star?
Wow. I can only imagine when the three wise men were following the star that was illuminated in the air, what it looked like. By just
And this is definitely what we saw last night, because you see the small little orbs next to the bigger one.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
you cannot make out any type of shape
or structure. We don't
structure.
know if these are oval, round, but you see they have little orbits, sort of dots next to them. To the left, you'll see little dots sometimes that are beside them. So yeah, they're starting to float this way. I pray that we get a closer
it's
view.
super bright.
Yeah, I pray that, you know, these things come closer. We can get a view of it.
They're moving. We
Yeah.
just don't know what it is.
As you guys see, we have been filming for 5 minutes, and these lights have not come closer or further at a rate an airplane travels.
There's
Again,
another airplane right there.
We're over Lake Michigan, and you can see another plane flying over top,
Yeah.
an actual airplane. These things are just floating doing their own thing. They're not flares. They're not lights from below shining up. They are individual. Wow, look at that one. It's getting brighter.
Right, yeah.
As it gets bright, it kind of moves to the left, like the other one. I wish it would change format and come this way.
Look like stars are so bright.
Yeah. I don't know if this is some type of...
I don't think I've ever seen a helicopter with a light that bright.
It's not a helicopter. Helicopters are not moving like that. It's some type of ET technology, some type of classified technology, because obviously...
For the second night in a row?
Yeah, we don't know what it is, and government hasn't revealed to us what it is. And that will be classified as an unidentified, what do you call it, UFO? We can't identify it. But it's really cool to look at, nonetheless. Very entertaining. And here's another little plane flying over top of these two mysterious star-like objects in the sky.
Running out of memory, so I'm gonna cut the video off. I ordered some binoculars, so if it comes back when I get my binoculars, I'll be able to, put this thing to rest, what it is.
If you're over there, get down there right now. See if this anomaly, this phenomenon has come back. Let us know right here at Third Phase of Moon. Again, Off Mice and Mandrakes 100 said it happened 2 days in a row, so it's very likely it could happen again, so have those cameras ready. Now let's get to this next video coming in from Jupiter, Florida. Check this out. I want to thank the Hidden Underbelly once again for getting permission from the channel SP to share this video with you right now on Third Phase of Moon. Again, we're going to be supplying the original link. We got 3 angles captured by SP of this anomalous craft, cylindrical shaped. It's incredible to behold, and I'm sure some people might say that this could just be simply a blimp. They may be right, but we're looking at this closely. I'm bringing up, zooming in, and we can see that there's no undercarriage under this, no gondola. And if you look to the left of this craft, you can see some indications, but I'm not really seeing any kind of fin. This is indeed looking like a cylindrical shaped craft, and it's very large. What the heck is going on over Florida? If anybody captured this 2 days ago, I'd sure like to see it right here. Upload that video to YouTube and send it to my email, because right now, this is incredible footage, broad daylight. Now let's get to this. Isn't it amazing that the mainstream media really doesn't want to talk to you, the public, in regards to this phenomenon, what's going on over our skies? They don't even want to share your videos. What's worse is that they're actually sharing fake UFO apps that people could just purchase on their phone for 99 cents, point their iPhone into the sky, and this app will make it appear that there's UFOs being captured on video, but it's all augmented reality. It's been debunked 2 years ago. When we saw this, we knew it was fake. What's crazy is that now Fox News is sharing this footage and passing it off as legit. This is very discouraging. So we asked Richard to do a follow-up from GoofOn. Listen up, everybody.
Amazing what happened the other day on Fox. John Ratcliffe was talking about UFOs and what's going to happen at the end of the 180-day countdown to disclosure thing that everybody's waiting for. And in the upper portion of the screen, they're showing UFO sightings, that one infamous one where, there's black smoke coming out of it. And then they go to this other UFO sighting, and it shows these lights that appear in a circular formation with a bigger one in the middle, and then they zip off in other directions. And it shows that is from a Twitter user submitted that UFO sighting. It's not true at all. That's totally fake. That is an app that is CGI, where you can just add the UFO sighting of your choice in the background of your choice. And Fox is using it, and other agents, MSNBC, CNN, they're all using these type of apps to show that there's UFO sightings happening. But these aren't real. They're fake. How can they not know that is not an app or CGI? Of course they know. My question is, why aren't they using real UFO sightings? It's like there's plenty of those out there. I mean, they can just come here to Third Phase of Moon and just have their choice, It's unbelievable to me. It just goes to show you that they don't know what they're doing, the mainstream media. They don't know anything about UFOs. But the fact that they would use this CGI footage and put someone's name, like a Twitter user submitted it. I don't know if it was them who did it. Maybe they just added a fake name up there. I'm sure we can check it out. But it just goes to show you that they are not going to show us anything that's legit. Even though they did. They always use the one with the smoke trail, the black trail, whatever it is. And then they go ahead and use fake stuff after that. We've seen it a lot. We've seen it on Unidentified as well, the TV show. So here we go again with the media, the mainstream media, not doing the right thing, trying to pull the wool over our eyes. The one with the black trail, they have no choice. That one went out on CNN, I think, right away. So I don't think anybody can deny that that's a legitimate UFO sighting. But the other ones, you have to think, why would they do that? Why would they use an app, CGI, in their news broadcasts? Because they can't use real ones for whatever reason. I think the government's afraid. I think they're afraid of the public. They're afraid of what is being seen on Third Phase of Moon and other sites and other channels. I think they're afraid of the real stuff that's out there, and I want to know why. They can't say it's a threat, even though they do. They shouldn't, but we've got a major problem here, and it's the mainstream media. Well, we always knew. And that's the point. The point is they cannot show us legitimate UFO footage. If they did, they would get in trouble. And when I say legitimate UFO footage, I'm thinking they can't use legitimate UFO footage from the public. It's okay if the government feeds them the UFOs because they know what they're giving them isn't really a UFO. It's impossible to explain. It's impossible to see the details of the crafts. You've seen the 3 videos they gave us. There's so much controversy over those 3 videos. We're still talking about it 4 years later. So that to me is more telling than anything else. To me, that means they know We have legitimate UFOs on file, on video, on Third Phase of Moon, on GoofOn. Third Phase of Moon is bringing to you first. Third Phase UFO Report gets it second. GoofOn gets it third, and the world gets it after that.
So I'm just giving a heads up to you, Fox News. Just a heads up. Third Phase of Moon's got the largest archive of UFO evidence retrieved from the public, permission granted. I'm sure they wouldn't have any problem sharing their footage with you on Fox News. We could work it out. It's no big deal. That's what we do. We share, we collaborate, we get things done. So Fox, drop the UFO apps and go with the public's footage. It's just a no-brainer. What do you think? Why are they passing off UFO apps, fake CGI videos on Fox? This is ridiculous. Look, even here at Third Phase Moon, we've shared videos that were suspect, but we call it out. It could be CGI, but we're not saying this is it. In most cases, we can say that we could verify all the sources, and these videos coming in from the public, in my opinion, are legit. Fox, shape up, stop doing what you're doing, collaborate, talk to the people, the public. It'll make things much, much better. Now let's get to this. This is pretty incredible. We did an interview with the person who claims they have recovered an embryonic life form, but it's not from this planet. So it's a little follow-up. Rich gets into it. This is an incredible interview I had with the person that has this embryonic apparent life form, not of this earth. And he's reached out to me just about a week ago, and there's going to be a major follow-up, but I want you guys to look at this, just be reminded, because something big is about to happen from what I've been receiving through correspondence, emails that claim that this is in the works, and there's a lot of big people working on this. So listen to this.
The next thing I'm going to show you now, I'm going to play 5 minutes. It's a 10-minute video, but I'm going to play 5 minutes, and then we're going to talk about it, and then I'm going to play the last 5 minutes of it, and then we're going to talk about it. This is one of the most incredible stories I've ever seen, ever heard. It is bizarre. You have to suspend your disbelief. So please, let's not make any assumptions. So I'm going to play this here, and then you can make your assumptions. Here we go.
We've got a special guest. We've got Craig Ibrahimi. He states that there's some kind of study going on in regards to meteorite rock that may have the smoking gun that we've been looking for, embryonic life form, extraterrestrial in nature. And what's amazing about it is that there's been some research done by the University of Victoria, BC. Craig's with us. He's the founder of Deviant Off-World Technology. And right now, you're looking at a photograph, embryo, life form, that is extraterrestrial in origin from a lunar meteor. There's going to be more tests being done to this, DNA tests, to find out exactly what this is. And we're going to get Craig on the phone. Is Craig, you with us?
Yes, I am. I'm right here.
All right. Hey, Craig, thanks for joining us. So let's start off. What's up with this lunar meteorite rock? Where was it recovered from?
It was recovered from the ocean. I went out looking for something, and I dug that thing out of the bottom of the Souk Basin, 12 feet in the mud. And then right away after I found it, I first thought it was a big black diamond because there's volcanoes over there. And then once I pressure washed it and stuff, it turned out to be a meteorite because it was a black fusion crust. And then when I cut it, there was all these life forms kind of staring back at you when we cut it and polished the rock. So then right away we would show people, and then...
Are these fossilized life forms, or are these living?
Well, they're crystallized, because a fossil would be bone, so these are organic, and they're crystallized.
So have you had some studies on this rock to prove that it is from the lunar moon itself?
NASA has samples. The European Space Station has samples. Chandrawik Varan Singh has had samples. He's had his house busted in, and his samples stolen from him. And we've had a lab shut down at NASA when they were extracting the organics back in June. So, yeah, we have scientists. I don't want to start throwing their names around, but pretty big.
Yeah, I know NASA takes it seriously about collecting meteorites from the lunar surface itself. How did you contact NASA in the first place?
Sorry to cut you off. So the oxygen isotopes of the rock, first of all, all the scientists thought it was part of Mars. But when we got the oxygen isotopes, it came back as D17 value. And there's 140, so D17 value is basically a lunar meteorite or an HED. Now it turns out that I have two. One's turned out to be a lunar, and the other one's from Fort Vesta. And the larger one that you're seeing the sample of is, they're saying, they're having an argument. Scientists are having an argument. Some scientist teams are saying it's from Fort Vesta. The other ones are saying it's from the lunar. But there's too many metals, rare earth elements that aren't from this, like, that they've never even seen before. They can only be made up in labs, and they're full of this rock. So they're trying to say that the moon doesn't have those type of metals on it, so they could be from farther off.
But nonetheless, it's extraterrestrial in origin. This rock, it's not from Earth.
Yes, it's the biggest treasure in the world. Number one.
So you have this rock. You have this rock in your possession.
I own it, and I'm been merging. There's some being Gwen Shotwell. I want to start throwing her name out. But yes, there's some people, say CEO of SpaceX, and some people have been in town and trying to merge together with my company to take this to the next level.
Well, it's a good thing, to get the word out. And
I didn't want to give it to anyone.
Oh, absolutely, I understand. This is could be.
There's more to it, though. There's more to it. When you look into the rock, have you ever heard the saying, when you look deep into the abyss is looking deep into you? Well, when you look into the rock, there's goddamn things, like humanoid-looking things, looking straight at you, and there's one thing that's about a quarter-inch tall, and it's not, say, like Predator, but it looks like a troll, and it's holding some type of technology. So then right away, I knew I was holding something that I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm just going to be like an entrepreneur and take it from the beginning all the way to the end.
Could it have possibly been some contamination via that it was subject to the ocean?
The rock is too dense. It couldn't even be cut. The diamond blades, the rock is too dense. You couldn't cut it. And then when the diamond blade would light on fire, so there's a mineral in it that Russia came up with, and it's called a eucalyptite. It's harder than diamonds. So we had to use 6 diamond blades just to cut a little bit of it. There's no skepticism. This is what it is. It's 100%. I've got 16 of them, of those, what you see the picture of. I have 16 of those.
I told you this was interesting. This is from the archives from 2019. And when I saw this, I remembered when this went public from Third Phase of Moon. And to this day, I still think that it might be pareidolia, but according to the tests that were done, that D17 isotope, it has rare metals in it. It is from probably the moon, but because the metals are so unique, they think it may be from somewhere else further away. He says that NASA has samples. The lab was shut down for whatever reason when they came to investigate. This is really weird. He said when he saw this and opened it up, it was like life forms looking back at him. And when you look at this, what else does it look like? It looks like a little embryo of some sort of being, some sort of life form. Now, I don't know a lot about this life form that we're looking at. I don't know if this is some sort of fish or some sort of, I don't know, man, some sort of life form from Earth. But apparently, if this is from the moon and the isotopes are extraordinarily rare, then we are possibly looking at an alien life form trapped inside the rock. No contamination, because it was so hard that there's no way. They went through 6 diamond blades to get to it. Pretty amazing stuff. We got some more here for you.
I want to see all the evidence you got, Craig. I want to ask you this, though, quickly. Being that you think that it wasn't cross-contaminated, being that it was submerged in water for who knows how long it was underneath the water, how did the specimen itself or these specimens get embedded in the rock itself anyway? How is
the
this
rock
possible?
was originally probably part of a basalt, a lava rock on another planet that was in a lake of some sort, and it was hollowed out, and there was these insectoids or something in the hollowed out parts, and then when another meteorite hit that planet, it blew off, and there's different gravity wells on different planets, and everything crystallized in the rock. The rock, when you heat it up, it melts. It's got water inside it that's crystallized. So if you heat when a meteorite comes into the Earth, only 5 millimeters of the crust heats up and melts. All the inside is still perfect. But the actual rock itself, it's got crystallized water inside it. So, but anyways, with all the science going on...
Yeah, what's up with the science? What kind of studies are going to be done on this?
The science is going on right now. It's just teams putting on we've already proved the organics. I had to do it all because at first I had to learn what steps to do. And then I had scientists jump on board. This guy's going the right way. He's already proved it. So what happened is that we've already proven you need the CH carbon when you're using Raman spectroscopy, and that's what's on the rovers. It's a non-destructive technique. And we shot the laser into it, and it came back exactly as organic turned into diamond. So every one of the little embryo-like life forms, if you zoom into the eye, it's a V. And the V has been documented in ancient texts from around the world, from China, Japan, Egypt, and Iran. The rock puts off a power, and it puts off some type of power. The nuclear physicist of Canada, he got on board. We did this experiment, and we measured the rock at 25 degrees in the room. The rock in one section is 14 degrees. You go down to the other section of the rock, it's 6 degrees, and it pulses to 12. When you put the measuring tool on certain type of elements, on certain type of material of the rock is like, it has some type of magnetic power. Whoever is around the thing, it's very unique.
It puts off a strange,
like
an energy coming off of this.
You can feel it when you go near it, and it's good. It's full of uranium. It's full of uranium, and it's full of elements that aren't even on this planet. And the conducting tools that they've been using, it's just there's too much to talk. Like, I would have to show you that certain tools that they've been using.
You said that the scientists were possibly going to do some study on this embryonic possible life form, and you're going to do it in a way that was not destructive.
We were going to right now it's priceless. So we have like multi-billionaires involved that are trying to put together the next step. They want to purchase to figure out what they want to do. Okay? For myself, I already know what it is, and I'm the owner, and I never wanted to give it and hand it over to the government of Canada. So, because I found out the right that I'm allowed to have it. In every other province, I would have to hand it over in Canada. So I own it, started a company, so got a lawyer and said that I own the rock, and I own the technology that's in it. So I'm just trying to take it one step at a time. And all the paperwork's coming together, and we were just going to sell the one embryo for scientific.
How much is it, Craig? What's the going rate on this? Have you decided the number on this? Any offers on the table?
Not all about money, man. I know it's not all about money, but it's not all about.
Well, if you find something that's
so, I found the one rock, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I went back to find another one, and sure enough, I found another one, and I'm going to send you a picture. You cut the rock in half; it looks like a frickin' dragon's in the center of it. They're like, "Why has this guy got two of them? This is weird." So then they found out that. I don't know about my rare blood or something, but found out that I got another one, and that one's 100% HED. And when we cut it in the center, there's these two grains in the center of the rock, and it's a swirled up insectoid. I'll send you the picture of it. So that one I'm going to sell to the government of Canada, and the scientists can work on that forever. And then this bigger one, this 27, it's insured, it's priceless. So I don't know what to do with it except be a scientist and work on the next step of it. But obviously I'm going to sell shares so I could do it, because obviously, just a guy that grew, like not financially strapped to. Obviously, what would you do? There's the question. What would you do?
Well, that is a good question, and
what would you do?
That is
because last time I talked to someone on the phone,
Yep.
I talked way too much, and I'm gonna tell you, as soon as when we saw these little organisms in the rock, I felt like I should be like, maybe you should eat it. And my wife ate one, and I had one, and we had 2 boys.
You ate some of the moon rock?
Yeah, we both did, and we had 2 boys since then. And you have so much. I've already ran 35K today, okay? And I do this every day.
35K you ran? So you're saying this thing gives you energy?
Every day. You got so much frickin' energy. I couldn't explain it. So as soon as I ate it, I just woke up one day, I lost all my hair. All my hair fell out. And then I started getting this really weird power. And then just cardio every day, just that. I've just been working on this project for 2 years, and yes, it's a multi-billion-dollar. Bill Gates is on there. I have 6 connections in the world. They're all the top people: Rockefeller, Tillman Fertitta, Dan Pena, Bill Gates, Elon Musk. So what do you think I'm doing? I've got $1 billion of technology. I'm going to help solve. Well, they're saying that it could be the missing link to help human longevity, to live forever. Who knows, man? So this is all the sort of stuff that we're doing.
Okay. I'm going to work backwards a little bit from the last things we just heard. He ate the rock. His wife ate the rock. They ate some of this rock. And when he woke up the next day, all of his hair fell out. And he has boundless energy. Let me tell you something. Running a 35K, that's something people train for a very long time to work up to. That is crazy if he really did that. Also, if I woke up after eating this rock and all my hair fell out, I'd go to the doctor and I would tell them I ate part of a moon rock. So now what do you say to this? The guy ate. Why would anybody want to eat a rock? Why would anybody want to eat a moon rock? Why would anybody want to eat a moon rock with crystallized alien embryos in it? I'm telling you, I don't know what's wrong with this guy, but this is unbelievable. I've never heard anything like it. I don't know what to think. All I know is I see something that looks like some sort of embryo. You can see an eye. You can see what looks like a shape of a head, a snout, even like a mouth opening. You see the chest area. I mean, it might not even be an embryo. It might be the full size of the creature. Well, it's been a couple of years, a year and a half, no, just over a year and a quarter. The guy's been working on it for 3 years plus. I want an update on this. We need to find out what this guy's doing. So maybe we can find out if there's any update to this. He says it is priceless. Can't put a price on it.
I want to thank everybody from around the world joining us right here at Third Phase of Moon. It's our pleasure bringing it to you. Make sure you hit that subscription button and notification bell to be notified when we bring the breaking news in regards to the phenomenon happening right now around the world. Everybody, keep your eyes on the skies. Be safe out there. Appreciate everybody in the live premiere and all the super chats and the support. You guys rock. Blake Cousins, we'll see you next time.